what I made in school today? Miss Young taught us how to make the five-pointed star.
Well, that's wonderful, dear. Will you show us how to do it? Dad, John, come over here. Maybe you'll learn something.
Hey, John, let's see you make one, too. Take a square piece of paper and fold it like this. Then make a second fold this way. Another one here. And the last one over this way. Then all you have to do is make one cut here. Aw, Louie. Give me yours, Susie. Dad, why does a star have to have 5 points?
Well, son, the story goes back to the days of our Revolutionary War. They say George Washington went to see a dressmaker named Betsy Ross and asked her to make a flag that he could fly at the head of his army. Seeing the stars Washington wanted had 6 points, she suggested that 5-pointed stars would make a better-looking flag. Washington agreed with her, but he thought it would be too difficult to make so many 5-pointed stars. And with that, Betsy Ross displayed a woman's typical cleverness. By folding a square piece of paper, one snip of the scissors, and presto, a perfect 5-pointed star. Just like this one you made for us, Susie. And with a little practice, John, you'll be able to do it too.
Daddy, was our flag always the same as it is now?
To answer your question, Susie, let me show you how our flag has changed. Son, will you get me that encyclopedia about flags? Our flag has played a very important part in the growth and history of the United States. In early American days, each colony had a flag of its own, with its own particular symbol. A pine tree on the old Massachusetts flag, a sign of the great outdoors. They might have used it as a symbol to show their struggle with the wilderness in those days. We find an anchor on the Rhode Island banner. This might well have been their symbol for hope. Hope for survival and hope for a plentiful future. South Carolina used the rattlesnake as its symbol. The coiled rattlesnake, with its 13 rattles and threatening motto, "Don't tread on me," could well have shown the determination of our forefathers to resist oppressions by outside nations. The first flag that resembles our present American flag is known as the Grand Union flag. It had the 13 red and white stripes, but the crosses of St. George and St. Andrew were used instead of stars, to show the colonists' relation to England at that time. One of the first flags to contain stars and stripes is known as the Betsy Ross flag. It was born on June 14, 1777, when the Continental Congress made a resolution
that the flag of the 13 United States be 13 stripes, alternately red and white, that the Union be 13 stars, white on a blue field, representing a new constellation.
In 1794, Congress admitted Vermont and Kentucky to the Union, and shortly after that, authorized a flag containing 15 stars and 15 stripes. This flag figured in many stirring episodes. Francis Scott Key was inspired by it to write the Star-Spangled Banner. When this flag was raised over Tripoli in 1805, by troops under the command of Marine Lieutenant Presley O'Bannon, it became the first American flag to fly on foreign soil. In 1818, Congress passed a law which returned the flag to its original design of 13 stripes. On the morning of April 12, 1861, the big guns of the Confederacy opened fire on Fort Sumter in Charleston Harbor, and the Civil War was on. Preserved at Fort Sumter National Monument, you can still see the remnants of the Union flag that flew so proudly throughout the two-day bombardment. In 1912, the territories of New Mexico and Arizona were admitted as states, bringing the total of stars in our flag to 48. And that's the way it remained through World War I, World War II, and the Korean conflict. We're still adding stars to Old Glory. In 1959, Alaska joined the Union. And in 1960, Hawaii became the 50th star. Well, that's just part of the history of Old Glory and the many changes it has seen.
Dad, why is the flag red, white, and blue?
Well, son, throughout the years, our forefathers showed bravery and courage in fighting for what they knew was right. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. The red in our flag stands for courage. The white is for liberty. And the blue tells of our forefathers' loyalty. But the combined colors tell the story of the men and women who, through suffering and hardship, did not hesitate to sacrifice even their lives for their country.
Daddy, I've been wondering about something. I know the flag is raised every morning and lowered every night, but why is it that sometimes the flag is only halfway up the pole?
That's called half-masting the flag, Susie. On specific dates or periods of mourning, we half-mast the flag. Now, to do this, the flag is raised quickly to the top and then slowly lowered until it is just halfway down the pole. That's called half-masting the flag. Does that answer your question, Susie?
Dear, you were telling the children about flags flying at half-mast. I don't think they remembered the Memorial Day ceremony we attended when they fired the guns.
That's right. They were pretty young then. And you both started to cry when the first gun was fired.
I don't remember it. Do you, Sid? Nope. Tell us about it, will you, Daddy?
Well, you children were pretty young then. On Memorial Day, our flag flies at half-mast until noon, in memory of all our countrymen who gave their lives in time of war. The flag is raised rapidly to full mast immediately after the 21-gun salute.
I believe that one of our most important responsibilities as American citizens is to know how to display Old Glory properly. Like you do, John, at your scout meetings. You know when your color guard marches in and...
I know how we do that. When we march in with the colors. I carry the American flag on the right, and Billy carries our troop flag on my left. At the front of the hall, I cross in front of Billy and post my flag on the right side of the stage, and Billy posts his flag on the left.
When our national flag is displayed on a wall or front of a home, horizontally or vertically, remember that the blue field will always be in the upper left-hand corner, the observer's left as seen from the street. It has always been the custom for Americans to display Old Glory on national holidays. But actually, we could display the flag every day, weather permitting. When flags of states, cities, or pennants of organizations are flown on the same pole with our flag, Old Glory will always be at the top. Or if the flags are flown from separate poles, The American flag must fly from the highest pole. There is only one banner that can be flown above the stars and stripes, and that is the church pennant, a dark blue cross on a white background, but only while at sea and during church services. When the flags of 2 or more nations are displayed, they will be flown from separate staffs at the same height, and the flags will be of equal size. International custom forbids the display of the flag of one nation above that of another nation in time of peace. To fold Old Glory properly, it is folded twice lengthwise, so that there are 4 layers of cloth. Then, starting at the end away from the blue field, a series of overlapping triangles are folded until it is completely encircled in blue. A traditional ceremony covers the presentation of colors to a Marine Corps color guard. When the color guard has been formed, they receive Old Glory first, and then the Marine Corps colors. As the color guard passes the reviewing stand, the Marine Corps flag dips in salute to the reviewing officer. Old Glory remains upright. There are many ways to salute. Military, placing the right hand over the heart, removing the hat and placing it over the heart, or if uncovered, standing at attention. In saluting our flag, we not only show respect towards it, but we also express our love for our country.
We have to watch our time, dear. You promised to take us out to the camp for evening colors.
That's right. Everybody in the car. We have just enough time to make it.
I am Old Glory. For more than 90 years, I have been the banner of hope and freedom for generation after generation of Americans. I am the symbol of a country that has grown from a little group of 13 colonies to a united nation of 50 sovereign states. Men have followed me into battle with unwavering courage. They have looked upon me as a symbol of national unity. They have prayed that they and their fellow citizens might continue to enjoy the life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness which have been granted to every American as the heritage of free men. So long as men love liberty more than life itself, so long as the principles of truth, justice, and charity for all remain deeply rooted in human hearts, I shall continue to be the enduring banner of the United States of America. I am Old Glory.